Hello there and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sam Skralo and I'm going to bring you this cryptocurrency update. Now, in this video we're going to talk about all the smallest time frames and what's going on with the technical analysis and all the technical targets and this current breakout that we're seeing right here. And I'm going to show you my trade, and also we're going to talk about very important stuff that is coming up for Bitcoin and for the cryptocurrencies in general. We're going to take a look at the bigger outlook and exactly what we can expect from Bitcoin when we're seeing so much of side movish activity, which is just pissing everyone off. All right, and without any further ado, please hit that like button. Always appreciate a lot of support from my fellow community members, and let me know if I should do a huge giveaway for the 100,000 subscribers. We've hit 100,000 subscribers, and thank you all very much once again, and I should do some kind of a nice giveaway, so let me know some ideas down in the comments, and I'll probably make a separate video about the giveaway. So, and also hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you're notified when I make a new upload. Let me turn off the sound. And on my phone, always distractions. And also don't forget that there is a link to my free Telegram channel down in the description of this video. A big trading community with a lot of discussions and a lot of cool stuff happening there, and it's free, so join it right now. And yeah, so without any further ado, let's just jump right into it. We're seeing, let's just start off with the smallest time frames right here. We'll see this flag that I mentioned to you in the previous video that we had, very good looking. Then we also had a nice breakout right here. Take a look at it, it's quite nice, and we actually had a spike in volume. But then look at it. I mean, there was no volume, and then there was a spike, small spike in the 1 hour chart, and then there is again no volume, and it's not even increasing. There is not even, nothing is happening. I mean, over the weekend we have no correlation with Nasdaq and S&P 500 over the weekend, so we were hoping to see something, but we were just saying volume go down and down and down. So this is really nasty. So actually myself, again, as I mentioned previously, so for us, for this long trade, your stop loss should be very short on this, and also the first target could be around here, 30k, then the next one 30,500, and the next one is about 32,000 right here if we would move in this direction. And I did open a long trade over on Bybit right here, which is currently, again, it's like literally like at the zero right now with a loss of profit and loss of, so it's literally at a zero right now. And if you want to be trading actively yourself, longing or shorting Bitcoin or really any other coins, over on Bybit they really have everything. Then you can, with my exclusive link down in the description of this video, you can use it to sign up with Bybit. It takes like 20 seconds, and also you can use NordVPN if you would like to. There is also a link to 73% discount on NordVPN, and you can, it's a super useful thing really in the world right now, using VPN and staying anonymous online. And going back to Bybit, with my link, you'll get up to $4,100 in free bonuses on top of your initial deposit, and you will also get 0% maker fees for 30 days, which is really cool. But as for this trade, really, I mean, it's not a big one, $60,000, because again, we're just side moving, doing nothing. So I think that I'll just place my stop loss somewhere around 29,400, or maybe a little below 29,200, somewhere in this area, because again, it's going to be a nice return, like take profit to stop loss ratio. If we do move somehow slowly up and maybe revisit some of these levels right here, then it could be a very nice take profit to stop loss ratio. But again, guys and girls, we're expecting some side movish activity here anyway, so I would not have a bigger stop loss than something like in this vicinity right here. So it's not financial advice, but that's something I would be personally looking out for, and that's what I would be personally doing myself. But when we are seeing this kind of a side movish activity and everything is so slow and dull and boring, what we need to do in order for us to understand, you know, what is the capability of Bitcoin and what can we expect from it currently, and for that we would actually need to go to a bigger time frame and take a look at a bigger picture. This is what I always recommend to all of my students at tomskralo.com as well. And let's just quickly take a look at this big chart that I've prepared for you guys and girls to take a look. And let's go to the weekly chart, and we're gonna see, like, this is the whole history of Bitcoin once again, and these purple lines are actually the halvings of Bitcoin when the reward per block to miners is cut in half. So what we are seeing right now, actually, which is very interesting, is going to be a falling wedge. Because well, once again, remember that we had these incredible support as the blue line and the green line as well, which is just two variations, just the straight one or the bent ones. So we've seen only twice the price going below, but never even closing, in this instance in 2015, going below the blue line right here, and also in this instance right here in 2020, but this was the unprecedented black swan event, which was the COVID crash. And right now we're standing right at it. So we were actually rejected by it, and the price is trying to decide what's going to happen. So when we're looking at this price action right here, it gives us an incredible understanding of what we can actually logically expect from Bitcoin. So let's take off the volume and let's put on the moving average, in this case the 50. Let's see, yes, there it is. Now let's go to the daily chart, and here we're gonna see that we are in this pattern for quite some time now. And you all know that these kinds of falling wedges are actually very, very strong, and they are actually very bullish as well. So for the most part, we can expect a break out of it at some point. However, as we can see, we're being very near the such a so to speak a catalyst point in tech, because this, again, guys and girls, don't scream at me in the comments, this is just technical analysis. So as of right now, all we can expect, we can see right here, we're gonna zoom into this, we're gonna see that we got rejected as when we went down to $25,000 in this vicinity right here. We didn't even close below this purple support that actually has actually been created a long time ago, like last year. So this is where it's coming from, and I mean, all these rejections are very spot on, and we didn't, for this reason, we didn't even close below it. Then we came down, we retested it and created this double bottom formation that I told you about, which was actually quite interesting, and this is what we're currently seeing. So would it be reasonable for us to expect some kind of a move to potentially retest this resistance? And even in the current market situation, with the money printer being off and with the high inflation, all the bad things happening, we could still see this kind of a small relief rally. For that reason, I opened that long trade, because this is something that is theoretically possible. But we have to understand that we have a very important moving average on the way, and we can just extend it like this a little bit potentially, which is the 50-day moving average in the daily chart, and we're going to see that it had a lot of relevance. Oftentimes we would break above it, retest it, then give us some hope, and then actually move down real hard. And the same thing happened in this area. A lot of hopium was here when we were breaking above it, and a lot of people got liquidated when we actually went down. So in this instance, I would say that I already showed you in the previous chart that a very good last take profit area could be about at around $32,000. So this region right here, which would be a very, rational place to actually have your last take profit, because if we move up to it, it's going to actually correlate really well with the 50-day moving average, and we can, as we've seen before, we can get rejected from it. But I also am thinking that we could potentially retest this right here, which is currently coming in at about $34,000. And guys and girls, depending on what's going to happen with Fed and with the crypto regulation and a lot of other macro things, which I'm going to discuss in just a second, I would actually be looking to find a really nice setup here and actually short Bitcoin potentially down to like 29K in this region, because again at 29K, and we're going to see this very important support come in from the weekly chart from this major thing. And unless we're going to have some catalyst event again, some black swan event, I'm not really going to bet on the price going down lower just yet. So this is the technical. So this gives us the understanding of where we are right now and what can actually happen without any dreaming. This is something that in my personal opinion is the most likely scenario, that we're just gonna play around, maybe retest this level and do something in this vicinity right at this blue level, and then we're gonna see what happens afterwards. And that's gonna go along really well with my previous explanations as well, that we're gonna see some side movish activity, and also that probably by the end of the summer, potentially at some point, because this wedge cannot just keep happening forever, so we're gonna see a break out of it either above or below. And what's going to decide whether it's going to break above or below. And again, remember, if it's going to break above, then we'll easily see a retest of areas of 40,000 and even potentially higher right here of up to $50,000, which is very, very possible. So, and what's going to decide these factors? That's very, very simple. And that is going to be, for example, let's just take a look at this. This is also very important right now, which is going to actually be relevant in like 2 days, I believe, on Tuesday, June 7th. And that is, some people are calling this the macro catalyst event everyone is missing. And so basically, this is going to be about the Senator Cynthia Loomis from Wyoming that is currently introducing legislation on Tuesday to integrate cryptos into the financial system. It's something that everybody was really waiting for this bill to come out and to see, what's going to be in it. And a lot of people are really waiting for it. A lot of people are super excited about this. However, there is also good things in it and not so good things. And let me just go a little bit lower here. And there's a lot of information. You can just go to Twitter, follow Small Cap Scientist or Senator Cynthia Loomis, and you will find all of it. And you can go through all the details. I just want to do this as fast as possible in this video. The thing is that the bill would label, and this is the most important aspect, the bill would label many cryptocurrencies other than Bitcoin as securities. So remember that there's also this big fight happening between XRP and the SEC that, the XRP was selling something that was considered a security, so it's an illegal sale of securities, etc. So, and for this reason, if this bill is going to label everything besides Bitcoin as security, it means that the altcoins are going to suffer very much. And we're going to see, this Bitcoin rally continue in terms of the actual Bitcoin dominance. And we've already seen Bitcoin dominance actually going up and up and up. So Bitcoin is outperforming altcoins. So, and if this bill comes out that everybody's really expecting right now, and it's going to really diminish altcoins in the sense that it's going to label them as securities, that's not going to be a very good thing for altcoins. However, it's going to be insanely good for Bitcoin because it's not going to be labeled as security. So it's going to, follow that narrative of store value and digital gold, and potentially will lay that legal framework of Bitcoin and certain other cryptocurrencies to enter into the world, into United States legally, and create that legal framework for it, which is insane. So this is something I would suggest paying attention to on Tuesday. Now, the next things that are going to be very important for us and that can serve as a catalyst events for us to either break above this wedge or below this wedge. Now, in what I'm currently showing you right here is going to be the CPI, which I already told you about 10 times already, which is on June 10th. So the inflation itself. Then the most important one that Fed gives most weight to it is personal consumption expenditures price index on June 30th. And also very important for you guys and girls to watch is going to be on June 14th and 15th. And that is going to be the Fed meeting. And, in general, the Jerome Powell always likes to send in some kind of a comment that just sends the markets tumbling down the stairs. So really want to watch this Fed meeting. And also everybody is expecting currently that the interest rates will be increased by 50 basis points. So if it's going to be increased by 75 basis points, for example, or even 100 basis points, which is highly unlikely, we're saying the probability of 98.2% that is going to be increased by 50 basis points. So if it's going to be increased by more, then we're certainly going to see markets going down, and Bitcoin is going to drag down together with it. But in general, as we've seen these kinds of, if everything stays stable, we're going to see these kinds of prolonged times of accumulation, because guys and girls, I showed you the accumulation trends previously already. And as we've seen, for example, here, that it took like 63 days when we had this huge capitulation event after Chinese Fed. So in this instance, if we're going to pull it up like this, we're going to see that we are still somewhere in the beginning of it. So this kind of accumulation trend can continue until we actually break out, potentially maybe in August or at the end of the month, or at the end of the summer, somewhere in this area. And maybe by the end of the year, we're going to see some kind of a relief bull rally in Bitcoin. But again, I would not expect it to go to the all-time highs, as always. So yeah, let me know down in the comments if you agree with me, if you disagree with me, and if there is something that is specific you want me to cover in my next video. I want to make another video today. One of the ideas, I wanted to create a separate video on the implications of crypto regulation on the crypto prices and all the biggest coins and what it actually means, because a lot of people seem to misunderstand crypto regulation and they think that it's going to be the end of crypto when it's actually vice versa. So let me know down in the comments if I should do that video, or maybe I should do the potential of Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin after the upcoming merge and what it means for Ethereum and how high Ethereum could potentially climb. So that's something that is also on my table right now. Or maybe you want me to talk about altcoins. Let me know in the comments right now. I'll make another video a bit later. And as well as always, thank you very much for watching. Peace and love, Tom Scrollo. Stay smart, stay rich, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.